I've been with WDB Investment Holdings for 11 and a half years. Come from a banking, corporate finance, equity capital background. And I think one of the reasons for having been here so long is that WDB Investment Holdings offers a unique opportunity to mix two worlds, being the commercial investment structuring, investment management side of things, with knowing that you're doing something for the greater good, that you're ultimately having a benefit to people who are far less privileged than yourselves. So it's being able to use a skill that you have for ultimately a philanthropic purpose. So one of the reasons for having stayed at WDB so long is that it offers career satisfaction from the point of view of one is able to do what you've been trained to do, what you love, being the investment management and the investment structuring part of things, but also for the ultimate benefit of somebody else who's less privileged than yourself. So it has a benefit that one sees for the greater good. So that offers enormous personal and career satisfaction, as opposed to just being in a very corporate or commercial environment where that greater good is not part of the package. My job description essentially entails the management of the large cap portfolio, and by that we need to be doing new transactions, new investments to increase the net asset value of the portfolio, as well as the ongoing monitoring and evaluation of the existing investments, and playing a relationship management role at the investee company board level and senior management level. So overall, I'm in charge of the large cap portfolio. Some of the main challenges are really around women being able to realize their full potential, being able to also take on the responsibility of needing to negotiate key terms as and when those moments arise. And I think for us, it's about learning the art and the skill of picking your battles, negotiating the key points when it makes sense to do that, but also realizing that transformation, particularly in the finance space, does take time. And being part of an all-women team, that support is there. So there is an understanding that from a WDB philosophy and from a team point of view, these kinds of transformations do take time. But it's about being able to exert influence and push for change as and when it's appropriate. So I think there is definitely a glass ceiling, both in corporate South Africa as well as particular to the financial sector. And it is about challenging that, but in an appropriate way, in a non-threatening way, and taking a medium to long-term view on transformation in that space. The Women Investing in Women is really a philosophy around supporting other women, be it in your existing working environment, so in the WDB Investment Holdings space, as well as other women in the corporate sector or women entrepreneurs. It is more about an overarching philosophy as opposed to having a specific investment mandate to only invest in women-owned or women-managed businesses. Some of our investee relationships are older than 10 years. We are a long-term patient capital investor, so the long-term investment horizon is very much part of our investment philosophy, and we believe in partnerships. We work hard at our partnerships and on the relationship management front, on the business development and value adding front. So for example, our First Rand and Discovery relationships are longer than 10 years old. Our Bidvest relationship is longer than 13 years old. We were invested in BP South Africa from 2001 until 2014, and we've just exited Masana, which was a 10-year relationship as well. So from our perspective, the medium to long-term approach is really important, and therefore the chemistry between the partners when you are initiating the transaction is really key, but also the ongoing long-term relationship management, being able to see one another through the good times and the bad times. The vision is to continue to be a woman-owned and managed business, but to develop the portfolio further from a sustainable growth point of view, to invest in the new asset classes that we've recently started, the one being the mid-cap private equity fund and the other being our investment into the Seed Engine business incubator fund. And it's really about being able to play a role in corporate South Africa and entrepreneurial South Africa, where we can influence women from the SMME side right up to the top 40 listed company at a board level. And it's about being able to create value and drive the transformation of women and organizations as a whole at that level. So it's about becoming a business that is more than just about the value of our portfolio. It's also about being able to play an advocacy role, an influencing role in various platforms and decision-making spaces.